Hey, what's up guys, it's Levi here and welcome to a brand new video on the Team Gullit channel, where in this video we will run through the meta in FC 26. The meta is quite clear if you ask me, but I'm sure there are a lot of you guys who don't know the meta or don't know how to use it. So for everyone struggling with it or for everyone want to learn more about FC 26, this video is definitely going to be an interesting one for you. So let's just get started with the video. We're starting with finesse shots. Finesse shots, for the people who don't know how to perform them, you perform them by holding R1 whilst you press the circle button. You can also perform a low-driven finesse this year, which you perform by holding R1 and tapping the shooting button twice. In my opinion, the regular finesse is a bit more consistent, so if you want to keep it simple for yourself, just use the regular finesse. But obviously I'm exploring the angles, the game is still new, so I'm also trying to discover the angles which are maybe better for a low driven finesse and which angles are better for a regular one. So inside the box, the finesse and low driven are the ways you need to finish. In my opinion, once the opportunity is there, you should either finish with a finesse shot or low driven. As you can see in these clips, when I perform a finesse shot, 9 out of 10 times, or probably even 10 out of 10 times, it's to the far post. What you will see in this clip, for example, I play it to Mia Hamm. When I pass it right here, the moment I create the angle is with the ball roll. The ball roll is what makes the goal here. Because if I don't perform the ball roll, my body will be turned too much. It will be hard to aim the shot and the chances of the shot going in are way less. This next clip is the prime example of why you should use the finesse shot. Because with any other shot, this would not go in. So in this clip, I know Raul has the finesse shot plus playstyle. As you can see, this angle is pretty hard. His goalkeeper isn't positioned wrong or something, but because this finesse shot is so good, it flies in. And that's because I know the playstyles and I know the angles I can score from. Next example is my favorite one, Ousmane Dembele, dribbling, twisting, low driven finesse. This one is so satisfying in my opinion, and also sick because obviously last year this wasn't in the game. It has never been in the game, a low driven finesse, and now you can actually perform this. So to score this is pretty satisfying. Next example is going to be the same with Maradona, twisting, turning. Again, you see ball roll into the finesse shot. Most of the time when I shoot the finesse shot inside the box, and I have the space, I perform a ball roll. So this is something you need to keep in mind. Ball roll into finesse is goal. Quick shout out to Blacklyte for hooking us up with these chairs I'm sitting on right now. To be honest, they are super comfortable and they are looking great on this setup as well. But obviously for me as a competitive player, when I'm grinding games for hours and hours and practicing, I don't want to get pain in my back or anything. So for me, the most important thing is the performance wise. And to be honest, I couldn't wish for a better chair than this Blacklyte one. So just one more time, shout out to Blacklyte for hooking us up with these chairs and backing us in FC 26. Let's continue with the video. Next up we have tactics. The most important things you need to know is in every formation with wingers, right now, how the meta currently is, you should play them on inside forward. Or at least one on inside forward. Maybe you can play one on winger, but you need to have one, and I prefer even two on inside forward on any formation you play. Also, I think any other build-up style than balanced or maybe short passing, so counter, you should not touch it. Defensive approach, I believe it has to be on high. For the rest, fullback, just put them on fullback, balance, fullback first stuff, fullback defend, all good. Don't use attacking wingback or wingback unless you are chasing a game by a few goals. Same goes for defender, just leave them on defender. For the midfielders and attackers, you can't really do much wrong. You see, I usually use advanced forward, holding box to box are the most common ones. Then we move on to the low driven. I'm gonna keep this short because I've made a lot of videos of the low driven. You perform the low driven by tapping the shooting button twice. We have talked about the low driven finesse, so you guys should know how to perform that right now. I can give a lot of information about it. It's the best way of finishing. On every angle, I would prefer a low driven shot over a regular shot. So have the time to perform the low driven shot, do it, because 99% of the time it's gonna be a goal if you have the right angle. It's also one of the reasons Claudia Pina's price went sky high from 7k coins to 40k. She just finishes everything with the low driven shot. This is probably the most important mechanic when it comes to finishing. If you are struggling to finish your chances, you should really practice the low driven because it's gonna help you for sure. Then we move on to R1 dribble, the most fun thing to destroy your opponents with, I would say. As you can see in these clips, R1 dribbling if you look to my controller, I almost hold it all the time. And it feels like your opponent is going to be on ice skates. I just know here with Maradona, okay, I get the ball. He has technical dribbling, which makes it even better. The moment I start this R1 dribbling, I know my opponent is gonna be gone. Same happens with me, I am right here. Basically from the halfway line, R1 dribbling, dribble to the left, to the right, change your direction. Opponent will probably smash his controller because he feels like he's getting destroyed by someone who's just walking. The only thing you need to keep in mind is that you have to keep moving forward. The moment you start to move back to the left or to the right, it won't continue. So you can move slightly to the left or slightly to the right, but you have to keep your movement forward. That's also what you want, because once you perform the R1 dribbling, you need to keep in mind, okay, I'm going forward, I'm not gonna stop. If you lose the ball, you lose the ball. Then we move on to a mini tutorial in this video, the short corner. So step 1, call a player short. Yeah, you call a player short by clicking R1. Step 2, run down the byline. If I pass, your opponent is 9 out of 10 times gonna cover the player who just took the corner kick because he thinks you're gonna play it back. Just keep walking until you see someone coming at the back post. There will be always someone at the back post. Sometimes it's a taller player than the other time. Just give a regular square cross, nothing special, and head it in. This one is so easy. For me, it's one of the best ways to score corners because direct corners don't seem to be working. You can also pass it back and try to find your way inside the box. But if you can have the variation between just passing it and passing it into the box and trying to shoot, and this one, your opponent doesn't know what to defend anymore. And then we move on to the last thing, which has been meta since it is in the game, triggering runs. You can trigger runs in 3 ways. You can play a L1 X pass, you can point at a player with your left stick whilst you click L1, then he will start to make a run forward, and you can point at a player with your left stick whilst you click R1, then he will come short. So in this example, as you watch closely, I point with my left stick at my left back Nuno Mendes. I click L1, he will start to make a run forward. Watch this clip continue. It's only 2 more passes I need from Putellas to Mbappe, from Mbappe to Nuno, who I just sent on a run, and I'm in a 1v1 with the goalkeeper, and it's basically a goal out of nowhere. Right here, an example of R1 trigger. As you can see, Mbappe is not really available. So what I do, I point at him with my left stick, and I click R1, he will come short, so I have a pass option available. This makes a huge difference in your build-up, guys. This way, you can create a dynamic, and this is, if you ask me, the biggest difference between pro players and maybe casuals or players who want to try and become pro. They have not mastered triggering runs. That being said, I've discussed the most meta things right now in FC 26. Also make sure to check out our latest video about FC 26 budget squads if you're still looking for the right team to build. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that yet. And I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.